I guess this is take 3, because the first time I didn't have the camera on, the second time the sound wasn't on, so I'm doing it again. This is the story about how I quadrupled my business during the COVID-19 shutdown. I've had my store for 21 years. It's a small retail store in Southern California. I started it with this many dollars, and it has been an up and down roller coaster ride. Up until recently, in the last 3 years, it has been much more stable. And then all of a sudden, my sister calls me on the phone. Debbie, you have got to cancel your airline tickets, and you've got to cancel that workshop in McKinney, Texas. You've got to let everybody know that you're not going. It's not safe to fly. There's this virus happening. You know what? No, la 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 la. No, that's not happening. That's weird. That's from a science fiction movie. There's a story in the Bible about a potter and a vessel that he spoils, so he forms it into a new vessel. I wanted to transform this clay pot into an end table inspired by anthropology. I will put the link in the description box.
Looking for my mother's eyes as I'm staying close to the mirror.
DIY paint will adhere to slick surfaces like pottery. Put on the first coat and allow it to dry 24 hours, then apply the second coat.
Place a hand upon my heart as she was a believer. Sometimes I
am using the color Blue Iris. It dries much lighter than when wet and darkens again with the top coat.
Changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
All of these women are flying from all over the country, and they've paid their money. People are counting on me. I'm going. And my employees started to look freaked out. Everybody was talking about the virus. We needed to stay away from each other and wipe everything down. This is not real. This is what you see in the movies. People started calling me. They started emailing me. Are you going to Texas? My gym was shutting down. The Apple store was shutting down. But I could see the looks on the faces of the people that work for me, and I did not want them to be scared. We had just started a website. Let's just close the door. We will just ship boxes today. We will just take it one step at a time. And then the governor came on the television, and I was just, my heart sank to my feet, and I just thought, how are you going to run your store? And they were talking about, oh, we're going to send you a stimulus check, $1,200, and you can go file for unemployment. There are loans that you can get, and I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to run my business. I thought about the story in the Bible of the potter and the clay, and I knew that if my business was going to survive, I would need to adapt and essentially become a brand new thing. Here I'm applying Big Top over several coats of DIY paint to seal it so I can put on the transfer.
Time changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
The online sales are working. Maybe if I go live every day, that will keep the sales coming in. My sister, who's a hairdresser, was immediately out of work. I asked her if she would go live and craft with me every day on my YouTube channel. You all started showing up. You started asking me, where'd you get that bracelet? And where did you get the necklace? And that's such a cute top you're wearing. I started buying clothing and putting it on my website, and my sales started to increase. This is just a really good day. These sales are good today. You can't count on this, Debbie. The sales just continued to get stronger, and our community got stronger. It was a miracle. People started to ask me, how does it feel to be so successful right now? It's a relief, and I'm grateful. I feel so very blessed that I have the support of all of you who have purchased things from my website, but I also still feel very sad for the people who have died, the violence and the divide and all of the bad, sad, heartbreaking news. We're living in a time where it's hard to speak up for fear of being misunderstood or attacked. I know I have felt that way. And I've put a lot of thought into what is going on in our world. I think that if we could look into each other's hearts, we would see that many of us want the same things, even if we appear to be on opposite sides.
It takes me a long time to say what I feel. It's like everything I say rubs the wrong way, and what I don't say pushes you away. I can't win.
I'm using the Wander transfer from Iron Orchid Design. Apply a top coat first, allow to dry 24 hours, and then apply with the stick that comes in the container. We just kept going one day at a time. And then finally, after 3 months, the governor announces that we can open up our stores again. And I look around my store, I no longer had a retail store. I had a shipping warehouse. No customers could fit inside our tiny store and stay 3 feet apart. You couldn't even see the floor. We're not gonna open because we need a bigger place. And until we find that bigger place, we're just gonna keep doing this. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to interact with the public sooner than what you feel comfortable with.
I'd be lying if I said it was easy. This path I'm walking on.
When you're in the middle of uncertainty, it can be scary, and the tendency is just to freeze up and do nothing. If there's one thing I want to say, it's that you can do so much more than you think you can. Look at this pot. It's easy to see how it can be transformed. It's happening right in front of your eyes. The same is true for your dreams. Even if you think you're not equipped, fear is a liar and you can do what you want to do. I'm not tech savvy. I started with very little money. I'm over 50 years old and I'm an introvert. I found a way, and you can find a way, but you have to put one foot in front of the other and take it step by step.
On the ashes, and there is a hole, it's bigger than my fear.
The first day that everybody is allowed to open back up, I'm going out to get the mail. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh no, I don't want to tell her. I don't want to tell her that we can't open the door. I didn't want to be rude. I was just hoping that I could slip back in and she wouldn't see me, but so sorry, but we're not open yet. But all the stores are opening on Cedros. You can open now. I know, but we're not open yet. And she said, well, when are you going to be open? Probably not for a couple more months. Why? She's from NBC. There's a camera guy standing behind her. She's there to interview the people in the Cedros Design District and ask them what it feels like to finally be open after all of this time. I'm telling her why. And she said, so you are a COVID success story? Yes. Could I get your name and your phone number, and then we will contact you, and we want to do a story on how you succeeded during this situation.
Your pot of tea, 2 sugars, milk and honey, please, Sir Windsor. Drink a cup like this most every day.
I ran out of Big Top, so I'm using liquid patina to apply another layer of sealer over the transfer as well as under it.
The horns and sound of music, soon I have a song we'll use it. Every word till now has been in vain.
The sealer will keep the transfer from peeling up and protect your finish. You can find all of these products on my website.
Away now. Come on and make my day now. Honestly, oh me, oh my, I feel my nerve growing high. I can't contain the words, I am on fire. Do not quench.
I'm sitting at my computer and I get this text from a guy named Joe Little. Hey, I'm from Channel 7 and we want to do a story on your business. Can I meet you at your shop tomorrow morning at 9:30? Sure, you can meet me there tomorrow morning at 9:30. The first thing I think about is how my store looks like there was a cardboard explosion on the inside and how all the flowers are dead in the flower boxes. And then I remember the mountain of cardboard in my garden. And now I have about an hour to run down to my store before the sun goes down and somehow get rid of all these boxes that are piled higher than I am. And I just start shoving the boxes in this storage shed, and I'm shoving them and I'm shoving them so that we don't look like we are a total trash pile, because apparently it's really important to be clean and sanitize everything. You gotta look like you're following the rules.
I know.
That's fine. Go ahead, say something. Yeah, this is good for sure. Well, first question.
Joe shows up and he's great. Interviews Ellie, and I have all this behind the scenes footage.
So go ahead and say spell your name.
Okay, my name is Ellie Flores.
You wear many hats here?
Yeah, I do wear many hats just like my aunt, so maybe it comes from her. And I print each order just doing double checks, and everything is set up pretty organized in the store.
Working here full time now?
Yeah, I'm working full time for her.
And I tell him about all of you who have been watching us. Your story is gonna go live today at 4:30 and at 6:30. Joe has his own YouTube channel. I'm gonna link it up in the cards and down in the description box. I would love to boost his subscriber rate. You won't be sorry. His stories are fantastic. The best way to grow your business through connection through videos. People like to buy things from people that they can relate to and that they know and they like and they trust. You're sitting there going, well, that's great for you, Debbie, but I'm too old and I don't know how to use a computer and I'm shy. I don't have any money. I was all of those things. All of those things gonna happen in the future. We could go out and people could start congregating again, and then the government could say, guess what? The numbers are going up, so everybody needs to shut down again. If you have a store, if you are sitting behind that counter and you are hoping that the right person will come in at the right time and you have the right product at the right price and that person will buy something from you. And selling through the internet is reach a broader range of people, and you can find those people out there that want what you have to offer. So I would really encourage you to consider building an online platform and building a website. Video and the internet is a great foundation that will help your brick and mortar get stronger, and it's a safety net when situations like this happen. So I hope that you consider that. If you would like tips on building your business, I have a membership group. You can click on the join button. It will tell you all about it. That's basically what I have to say. I hope you find some value in it, and I will see you next week with another edited video. To watch the news story about my business on Channel 7, click the link below.
Wake up and listen to my anthem. Tune out the noises from my past and look up, remember where my help comes from. Yeah. Push back, I'm tired of feeling broken. Truth rings louder than emotion. Take time, remember what it means to love. Yeah. Here's another chance to see the change we need. See a miracle when we walk these streets. Living life in the light, redefining the land of the free. I can feel it, there's something in the water. Anything is possible.
I will leave you with some wise words from my friend Khalif. Love is contagious and powerful. We can spread it faster than a virus, and it is stronger than hate. Stay tuned next week. I have another story about my friend Khalif and an amazing thing that happened. If you would like to know about the products used in this video or to find DIY paint near you, click the link below. Thanks for watching. These beautiful shoes were a gift from Kenya Dudley. If you would like to get a custom pair made for you, email kenyadudley@gmail.com.
My weapons for the wisdom. Sing loud the voice that I've been given. So loud.